welcome to my kitchen again. If you watched my video on fermenting eggs, then you knew that I said that I was going to use the eggshells for another DIY project. So welcome to my kitchen and another DIY project using healthy eggshells, organic, soy-free eggs to make a powdered calcium, glucosamine, hyaluronic acid boost. It's basically a supplement. What I do with them mostly is I give them to my cats. So my cats are pretty special, as you probably know, as you see them in videos. So I make their cat food, and it's usually just wet. They hardly eat any dry cat food, just for its health content, and the less processed it is, the better. Excuse me while I turn off this boiling water, which will be for the next fermenting video. So anyway, I've got all my eggshells here. I'm going to put them into a 32-ounce glass jar. I've got my little, whatever these are called, funnel? Yeah, funnel. I'm going to put all of my eggshells in there. Okay, let me tell you what I did with these eggshells. All I did was peel my eggs for my egg ferment. Took the eggshells and just put them in this plastic container. I left the lid off for like a day, and then I just put the lid on. I just let those eggshells dry. The more dry they are, the more brittle and easier to dissolve into a powder. You can also put them in the oven, about 200 degrees for maybe 10 minutes, but because that membrane is on the inside of the shell, if it didn't come off with the egg when I peeled it, that's what's got the glucosamine and the hyaluronic acid in it. It's great for our joints and elasticity to our tissues. So I tend to not put them in the oven. I just let them air dry for about a week all by themselves. So air dry, 1 week, all by themselves. Now you can use a coffee grinder and grind those eggshells in there. I don't have a coffee grinder, but I do have a handheld immersion blender. Ooh, so it's going to be a little noisy while I do this. To do the crushed eggshells, I put this in here. I just crush them up and then I turn it on. But since it's turning into a powder, it also tends to release a vapor, so I use a towel around the top in case that's an issue. So I just take off my little funnel there. Immersion, oh crap. I forgot this jar has a narrow opening. New jar, different lid, different top. An immersion blender, of course, has to actually fit in. Huh. Okay, jars into a different, eggs into a different jar. No problem. I have plenty of jars. Okay? So something that your immersion blender can actually fit into, that would be good. I just go ahead and crush them down with it before I turn it on. Crushing eggshells, crushing eggshells. So I know that the vapor is really going to come out of this one. So I'm going to take my towel and cover the top. I'll show you from time to time what's happening inside, but I just don't really feel like breathing eggshell vapor today. So here we go. I just press up and down while it's on. Probably don't have a whole lot of vapor yet, but I did just get hit in the eyeball with an eggshell, so I'm going to put that back on there. When you're doing this, you're going to see the membrane of the eggs kind of separate from the eggshell. So you know they're in there. You know you're getting your glucosamine and your HA from the lining. Okay? You can use it on high or low. Whichever. The little blade that's down in there is what's crushing our eggshells. I usually will do that for, maybe it takes like 10 minutes to actually do that. So I'm not going to keep you on the video crushing eggshells for 10 minutes just to do that. Instead, I'm going to show you a done product. Okay? So, again, I put this in my cat's food, about usually maybe a half a teaspoon in their food, but their food for half a teaspoon of that lasts them like 3 days or so. And I don't do it every time. I'll probably add that into their diet like once a month. Or once a week, sorry, when I make them food. Let me show you. There's a little vapor. Do you see the vapor? I can see the vapor, but you on the video might not. So, little crushed powdered eggshells. You see the vapor? That is what that is. And so it's really pretty fun. You can put this into your shakes. If you make shakes, smoothies, do that. You can add a coughing up eggshell vapor. Okay, you can put it into, I don't know, meatloaf? Something where you don't want to actually be crunching down on all of those eggshells. I personally, for myself, I make toothpaste with it. Or you can use it for a household cleaner. So if you didn't want to use the commercial by like Comet or Ajax, stuff that will actually get grease off or dirt off of a surface, use the eggshells, especially if you have a bit of eggshells in there that didn't grind down as small. Use those. I would add the eggshells to baking soda, and of course watch the video for household cleaner, because you'd spray the cleaner, sprinkle the eggshells and the baking soda, and scrub away. And believe me, your grease, your shower smudgy dirt is going to come off of your surfaces. So, crushed eggshells, dried for about a week, using a coffee blender or a coffee grinder or an immersion blender to grind those down to a powder. They should be really fine. So keep grinding away if they're not really fine. Use them for a household cleaner to scrub with. I put them in my toothpaste and just blend that up, and then I've got something else to really clean out my teeth. And put it in a shake. Give it to your dogs and your cats for some extra calcium in their diets. And this is just a great way to use everything that we have. We don't want to waste stuff. We want to use what we can. Alright? So that is crushed eggshells as a supplement for you. Watch the other videos coming up, because I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep teaching you things on how to be healthier and be less wasteful, leave less of a mark on this earth, and just heal ourselves naturally. Alright? So thank you for joining me for this video.